What's up, guys? Your boy 2013. I'm here to give you guys yesterday wrestling news wrap up for April 22nd, 2015. I got news on more on Seth Rollins being given a new finisher despite WWE not banning the curve stomp. As seen on Raw, Seth Rollins debuted a new finisher which was similar to Dean Ambrose's Dirty Deed move, which you can check out above at the 3 minute mark. I'll leave a link in the description below so y'all can watch it. But y'all already seen it. Earlier this week, that Dave Meltzer noted on Wrestler Observer Radio earlier this week that WWE has not banned the curve stomp, although Seth Rollins will be using the new finisher going forward. PW Insider also noted that the curve stomp has not been banned. According to PW Insider, the company had Rollins replace the curve stomp so that he had a finisher that could be used on anyone, anywhere. Lana, I got news on Lana on women's and men's. Update on the Miz versus Damien Sandow. Hideo Itami, Eva Springboard DDT. Hideo Itami will be going to Japan next month to do promotional work for WWE as they prepare for two live events there in July. For those wondering, Monday Raw was designed to be the end of the feud between The Miz and Damien Sandow. There's still no word yet on if The Miz will be at Extreme Rules or next week's TV taping, but he was scheduled at one point. Miz and Somerville did media in New York City for the Marine Ford yesterday, and then Miz reportedly flew off to join Paige for filming of Santa's Little Helper. Lana tweeted the following thought this morning, which was yesterday. If a man were a woman for just one day, the the entire world would be a different place. PMS, period, 9 months of hell, child raising, working, yet we still get paid less without justification but that we were born this way. I am blocking people that write nasty, degrading comments below about women. I will not tolerate that on my Twitter feed. WWE and NXT to announce more events. Post-surgery update from Jey Uso. Chris Jericho tonight NXT. Well, yesterday NXT episode will feature Alex Riley versus NXT champion Kevin Owens, Charlotte versus Bayley versus Becky Lynch in a number one contenders match, Finn Balor, and more. Above is a preview. WWE NXT will be announcing more live events outside of Florida today. The Miz and Metallica producer Bob Rock are Chris Jericho's latest guests on the Talk is Jericho podcast. Friday's show would feature Eric Bischoff and Bruce Prichard. Monday Night War debate. Jey Uso posted this update last night, which was yesterday, on his Instagram. Been off the grid for a minute. Thanks for everyone's love and prayers. Road to recovery is now. This is not a setback, but a setup. Update on how long Daniel Bryan will be out of action. As noted earlier, Daniel Bryan was sent home from the WWE European Tour last week. PW Insider reported that Daniel Bryan suffered the injury early in the match at the April 9th WWE Live event in Dublin, Ireland, where he teamed with Dolph Ziggler and Eric Rowan to defeat Sheamus, Bray Wyatt, and Bad News Barrett. PW Insider reported that Bryan is expected to be out for approximately 4 weeks. Bryan Intercontinental title defense against Barrett this Sunday at Extreme Rules remains listed on WWE.com. However, Michael Cole and JBL did mention on Raw this past Monday that the match will only happen if Bryan is healthy enough to compete. Batista talked return to WWE and working limited schedule, beating Rock record Guardian, and he's gonna talk Guardian too. Hey You Guys interviewed Dave Batista at the Avengers Age of Ultron premiere in London. You can check out the full interview above. Below are some highlights. He can't say anything about his role in the upcoming James Bond movie, since it's all top secret international spy stuff. He noted that he curious about his role in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and he kind of been kept in the dark regarding it, which he doesn't mind. It was noted that The Rock Furious 7 beat the record set by Guardians of the Galaxy last year and was asked if Guardians 2 would beat Furious 7 record. Batista was confident that it would, noting that Guardians of the Galaxy was fresh when it came out last year. Now that people are familiar Now that people are familiar with Guardians, he feels that the sequel will do even better. Jim Ross blog on if Daniel Bryan should change his ring style. Seth Rollins finisher and New York City show. Jim Ross posted his latest blog at jrbarbecue.com. Here are some highlights. Daniel Bryan changing his style. And here's what JR has said. And I quote, hopeful that Daniel Bryan is going to be okay soon, but he has to change some of his things that he does whether he wants to or not, and not be a prisoner to his own reputation as being one of the best wrestlers in the world. He could eliminate many things from his repertoire and still be one of the best talent in the business. His health is much more important than diving headbutts, drop kicks where he strikes the back of his head on the canvas, etc. His most important job in life isn't being a wrestler, but a son, husband, and perhaps someday a father. Without great health, those lots in life are more challenging and they are not easy for a healthy person. He then goes to talk about Seth Rollins changing his finisher. And I quote, I don't know if WWE has or has not banned the use of Seth Rollins' curb stomp finisher, but many fans are extremely up in arms about its absence. I say the safety of the athlete is always the first priority of any responsible company, and if the move is more likely to concuss people than others, then it needs to be eliminated. It's that simple. Not sure why so many fans have taken to his Twitter to bitch about it, but at the same time, everyone has the right to an opinion. It's too bad that so many people within the business have bastardized the DDT, among other moves, or it would still be a great finisher instead of other overused, uncreative hotspots that everyone kicks out of on a regular basis. Those type of issues where finishing maneuvers have become important spot is the fault of undisciplined bookers within the world of wrestling and lazy talent who have not mastered the art of wrestling. And he's going to talk about his ticket for his one-man show in New York City. Tickets went on sale Monday for our Saturday, August 22nd ringside with Jim Ross show at the Gramercy Theater in New York City at Ticketmaster.com. However, tickets start at $25 plus there are a limited amount of VIP meet greet photo op tickets available too. This show is the Saturday night before WWE SummerSlam in Brooklyn, and I will be giving some lucky attendees a pair of Primo SummerSlam tickets. Much more is contained in Raw's latest blog, including his thought on Kane's WWE career, New Day at heel, Fandango, Sheamus retweeting on Raw, and much more. You can check out the full entry, so I'll leave a link down below so y'all can check it out. Okay, last news article. Big backstage update on Daniel Bryan's health and his status for the WWE Extreme Rules and Payback pay-per-view. As noted, Daniel Bryan was believed to have suffered some type of injury, possibility even a concussion during his match against Sheamus on SmackDown a few weeks ago. It was then noted that the injury began. It was then noted that the injury Bryan sustained on April 9th worsened his condition, and at that point, WWE made the decision to send Bryan home from the European tour as a precautionary measure. According to the Wrestling Observer, company sources are claiming Bryan will be out of action for about 5 weeks, which would mean he would be missing both the Extreme Rules pay-per-view and the Payback pay-per-view. WWE has yet to officially announce Bryan's status for Extreme Rules, but as of now, it seems highly unlikely he will be able to compete at the event. Alright, guys, that's it. Like, subscribe, comment. See you guys on the next one. Peace.